into you, and today we're going to be scrapbooking. Orientation locked. Okay, hope that's okay. Right, so we're going to make a Christmas card. We're going to start off with a card base that is standard C6, which is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored at 4 1/8. So we'll just crease that. Then we want a piece of I've done Misty Moonlight, and this measures, oh, there's my ruler, I think I'm right, but I'll just double check. 5 5/8, no, yeah, yes I am right, 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. I'll get my thinking cap on in a bit. Okay, make sure you've got it right way, but it don't matter on this one. Guess you can stick it anyway. Okay, so we're going to stick that down first. So I've been inspired by Wendy Lee. So I think Wendy Lee is an American demo. So these have had to be my measurements to make it for Imperial. Okay, so then we're going to get a piece. Now, you could use any colour for this. You could use just white. I'm just trying to use this colour up, which is Purple Posy. So this is 5 3/8, and what's right on to 5 3/8 and 3 5/8. Right, so we're not going to stick this one on because we're going to work on this one. So first of all, I'm going to knock my blade out of the way. I'm going to score this. You could do pencil mark, but it's easy to score. I'm doing putting it in at 1 5/8. So putting it in at 1 5/8, and I'm just going to score. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put it in on the short side again at 1 5/8. Okay, and that is just really going to give you a border to be able to work with, really. So you could do this in pencil. It's Wendy Lee did it in scoring, and I'm doing it in scoring. Right, so we want a piece that measures 1 inch by 4 inches, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this up against the score line, both score lines. That's not right. What have I done? Just let me double check that. Doesn't seem right. Yeah, just hang on. No. Oh yeah. Am I right? Yeah, I'm panicking for nothing. Okay. It looked a bit high. I am right. I've just looked at my one that I've done previous. So I'm going to just, so this was 1 inch by 4 inches, and as I say, just going to put it up to the score line. So hi Valerie, hope you're well, hope you're not catching COVID. Apparently it's very horrific again, so I hope you're staying well, so that you don't catch it. Okay, so I've done that one, and then I've got a piece that I'm going to put, yeah, Yeah. I'm going to do top one first. Right. So this doesn't need to be as long. It needs to be about 2 1/4. So 1 by 2 1/4. I just happen to have got some big pieces, so we can either cut it or you can bend it over. But I'll just loosen these up. Then I've got a piece for going across. That's it. Yeah, I'm going to put this across. This is going to be level with that, and this one measures 1 3/4 by 1 inch. So now be careful if you've got directional paper that you're getting it the right way. This isn't really directional, so I can do anything I want with it really. So, and I'll stick this one at the bottom here. So we've gone round in a pinwheel. Okay, and I'm actually going to cut these off. So these you'll be able to use these on another one. So I might be able to do that. Let's hope. So, because I think I might have a strip of this. This is a great way, you see, to use up all those scraps that you've got. That I end up with a lot of 1 inch strips. So this is absolutely perfect for doing this. Let me just get those out of the way. Turn it back to face. Now, oh, I haven't cut these. Right. I thought I had. Have I just popped them in that other? I have. Yes. Done it wrong way around. Right. You want, and I've just used some light. You could use boho for this. This happens to be, and the 1 by 1 you want to. This happens to be Seaside Spray, so I've got a little bit left. Okay, so get your 1 inch square and put it in the diagonals. Okay, so just make sure it's absolutely in. And I'm going to get my blade, and I'm putting my blade so that it's in the kind of the center. So I'm going up and down, and that way you don't blunt your corners. So again, I'm going to get that point, both points in my track. Take your time to line it up, and then put your blade in the middle, go up, go down. There we go. Okay, right, let's bring this out. Now I prefer to do it this way. Oh, I've missed cutting one. How did I do that? I don't know. But anyway, we've done it. So I like to do that. And then it's easy to see, particularly if you've got directional paper, you could put this on the wrong corner. So it's better if you do these after. And just make sure that it lines up with the top and lining up with the side. Okay, line up with the top and the side. And then we're going to put the next one on, and this is going to make the pinwheel. Okay, so that's going to be the top, and I'm going to line it up here so it's lining up with the side and lining up with the top. Okay, and then next one. So I also end up getting a lot of do this one's the bottom one, with a lot of 1 inch cards. So again, the bottom and the side, don't worry too much if that doesn't match up, because we're covering that up anyway. So it's not a problem if it doesn't quite match, as long as you've got it square to your paper at the bottom, at the top, etc. And then the final one, again measuring top and bottom. So you just really want your pinwheel to coordinate so a lighter version. I'll show you others that I've done in a minute. Right, now we've got it like that. I'm just going to print my verse, and then we're going to do a bit of embossing. So I've got it, and it's on a block, and it's hiding underneath here. So I'm using Joy to the World. So you can use any sentiment, any Christmassy sentiment that you've got. I am using Night of Navy, so I'm going to put this just in this big bit here. Okay, and I am going to waft it a bit because it's a darker colour. The ink takes slightly longer to dry. I had some fun. I decided to do it straight away on the card, and the very first one I did, I smudged it. So not learning my lesson, I then put it on another piece of card, cut it out in with one of my punchers, and decided I just go round it in my Night of Navy. And while I'm doing this, I'm busy smudging it all. And I thought, well, I've smudged it on the original, gonna copy it with this. So I decided better let it dry a little minute. It's one of those days. Right, so I've got a lovely star one that I've decided I'm going to use. So I'm going to put this in my embossing folder. So you need to do your stamping first, because you won't be able to stamp once you've done it with this. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my cutting machine and then try and work out which ones I want. This is only a thin one, so I'm going to see whether it'll go through the 2 plates plus just my bottom one. So let's see. That does feel, because it's a very thin one, so it does feel, so that's gone through nicely. And pick out, yes, beautiful. So that was easy. Right, I'll just bung that on the floor out of the way. Okay, so there, so it's all got stars on it now, so that's just even more interest to it. So what I tend to do, don't always do this, but I seem to do it more and more, is I do some Christmas cards where I've hope you are feeling well again. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm much better, thank you, because I think last time I filmed, I wasn't feeling very good. I've still got the cough, not getting rid of the cough very well. My husband's got it as well. It's a bit of a hacking one. In fact, I should have thought about it and got myself some water just in case. But there we go. Right. So, yes, I like that better with the embossing. Right. So, I've got a star that I've cut out. That's from... let's see if I can pull this forward. I want to call it So Many Stars. Stitch Stars dies. I've had it a very long time, but I just think it's a really great one. So I cut a smaller one out. If I tell you roughly, the width is about 2 inches on this star. And then I decided, because on my original one, I cut the fancy bit, the fancy star out, exactly the same size, because there is one, and I'll show you that one in a minute. However, the paper that I'm trying to use up, I hadn't got the width for the bigger one, so I've gone down in the star so that I'll have a nice edge around it, but it'll still give me the blue star. So I'm going to show you the others anyway in a minute or two. Right, now from the Pet Sweet, what's it called? Sweet Little Stockings. There's this beautiful little holly. So I've cut that out in foil. So I'm just going to put that, and then it has, and I'm just going to stick that from the middle to an angle. And it's got these, and they're very detailed. Is it going to pick it up? You see there, you've got the detailed berries, really nice. And I've cut these out in the pinky foil colour. I think it's Fresh Freesia actually. I'm just going to stick those on there. Now, I decided I'd add a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to do my normal trick because I did get my tear and tape out. So I think I will do my normal trick when I'm sticking things behind. I'm going to rip a bit of tear and tape and stick it on the back like this. Yeah, I think that's about right. Take that off, and then just going to stick one coming out there and to an angle. I think I'll do it like that. So these were from the Happy Birthday. Had these a very long time, but any sprigs that you've got, anything spriggified, do you like my word, spriggified? So I decided I'd stick that on there. I am going to risk it being glued down. Hopefully it will adhere. So just going to stick that kind of, it'll come down a bit there like that. Okay, so I'm going to stick that there. I'm going to just fuss it down a little bit. And then actually I quite like that without, because I've embossed it this time, I think I'm not going to stick anything else on. I'm just going to leave it like that because I quite like that. So I'll show you the other ones. Now, I had a bit of fun. This was the original one that I made. And I've got loads of this paper that I've got 2-inch strips left, which are quite easy to cut all these out. And I used the same colour that I'd used here, which is the Misty Moonlight. And this is where underneath I'd done the Joy to the World. I didn't emboss this one, but these swirls I cut out the other day, the ornamental layers, and these bits come out of it when you cut the layer out, and I thought, they're Christmassy, let's do swirls. So I'd just play with that. So I didn't do the sprigs. I just left it doing these really, and there's the holly berry again. Now on this one, I have done it in the colours that I've done on this one, but I didn't have this, didn't use the sprigs. I didn't emboss it. And again, these were from the bits that fell out of the die, and I just thought I'm just going to randomly put them on there. So I thought it was a bit of fun. But I think my favourite is the one that I've just made. I think I prefer that one. I like that one. And I don't know whether you can pick up, because it even is going on here, so it's quite nice. I did have another idea that I could have done. The Peaceful Cabins has a die in it that cuts out like stars, and actually I might on a future one, lay that on top of here so that it gets the colour shining through as well. So stars, so that would be another way. But there's lots of different things you can do with this. It's just great, absolutely great for scrap busting. Honestly, I don't know about you, but ever since COVID, or whether it's just my age, I mean, it could just purely be my age, but my words, I'm struggling getting my words out and thinking about what I want to say. But there we go. So what I think I didn't finish saying, and that's another thing I'm doing, not finishing what my trainer thought of. I often will do the outsides and not do the inside. So what I do then is I set up my if you've got a MISTI or a stamping apparatus, or I have got a stamping apparatus, but I've also got a Tim Holtz one. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, what I would do is set this up with a verse on there, and I would just always turn them upside down, and then get it set up with the right one, and then it's quick to keep, you know, stamping all the verses in. Just make sure that you've got it, because say I stamp it upside down, so that you're not worrying about that. So I tend to put the stamp upside down, so of course when you turn it round, that's the right way, of course. So I just made 3. That's not taken me long to do. Done the kind of modern colours rather than your reds and your greens, but you can do that really with any colours that you want. It's just, as I say, I'm having a drive to get rid of this purple posy, really, as much as I can. Right, thank you very much. Do appreciate that you've stopped by. Stay well, stay safe, and bye for now.